You've probably heard a million times that trust is an incredibly important component for a successful relationship, that you need to have trust for a relationship to thrive. And this is absolutely true. You need trust. Sometimes people say, if you don't have trust, you have nothing. And there is some truth to that statement. But here's the thing. Oftentimes, when we talk about trust in our culture, we tend to focus on faithfulness. Can I be sure that my partner won't cheat on me? Can I say it with my chest that when I'm not around, they won't cross any boundaries? Faithfulness. And this is incredibly important because if you're with a person who you have question marks over their faithfulness, it's going to unsettle your spirit. You're going to feel anxious. You're going to constantly question yourself. Am I good enough? I don't know if they're going to step out on me tomorrow. You absolutely don't want that. So you do need to be with a person who is faithful. However, faithfulness is only one dimension of trust. I want to talk to you about the second dimension of trust that often gets overlooked. If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe below. So let's get back into it. The second dimension of trust. The best way to, get this across is to think, if I say that I trust my partner, I want to trust my partner, what does that really mean as far as this second dimension of trust? Well, here's what it means. It means that if I'm going through a tough time, if I lose my job, or if I'm in debt, if I make a poor business decision, or I get diagnosed with an illness, that I can say with my chest, I can be sure that you will treat me with care, respect, compassion, understanding. On those days where I'm feeling moody, on those days where I'm not so cheerful, on those days where I'm not a pleasure to be around, that you will be there and you will treat me with care, understanding, compassion, respect. That when I open up to you and I confide in you, I can be sure that you won't run to your friends or family members or your colleagues to reveal what I've just shared with you. That when I raise issues, when I say, look, this thing is bothering me, that you will accommodate my feelings. And that when you feel a type of way, that you will be open with me. This is the second dimension of trust, and it often gets overlooked. So how can you develop this dimension of trust? It's very simple. You simply need to operate from a unitary perspective, from a place of equanimity. And what I mean is, we're in this together. It's you and me. It's you and me. Regardless of the situation, regardless of the circumstance, it's you and me. So you've lost your job. You're in debt. You made a poor business decision. I'm thinking, how can we tackle this situation? This is our situation. How can I best support you? How can we find some sort of solution, some sort of way forward? On the days where you're feeling exhausted or you're a little moody, I can think, what can I do to help them feel better? Rather than just think, what's their problem? Why are they giving me this attitude? If I'm operating from a unitary perspective, then I'm going to want to think, what's going on with them? What are they dealing with that's making them moody? That's got them in this low mood, right? When they share something with me that is deeply personal, I keep it to myself. This is how you build that second dimension of trust that is often overlooked. But when you have a legacy of showing up for your partner in these ways, when they raise issues, you're there to listen, you seek to understand, even if you don't agree with what they're saying. This is how you build trust, okay? Now, as far as the faithfulness piece, because a lot of people struggle with this, like they don't know how should I interact with members of the opposite sex. Here's a simple way to handle that kind of situation. Act as though your partner was right beside you. And that will guide you as to whether the way you're acting, the way you're speaking, the way you're engaging is appropriate or inappropriate. Now, One thing that can ruin trust in a relationship is dysregulated rage. That is, I can't control my negative emotions. I just lose it. Whenever I get annoyed or I'm frustrated, I lose it. I flare up at you. This can really damage a relationship. So I suggest that you check out the video that's on screen, because in this video, I basically break down the issues that can arise if you're not able to control yourself. And I'm also going to go into what you can do to ensure that this doesn't happen. I hope you've enjoyed this video. See you next time.